sympathy, bad cop.
If shit gets crazy, I'm gonna go crazy as shit.
It's not just a fantasy.
God, are you all right? I ruptured my hymen.
This pure ecstasy.
I'm not doing this. Do it.
Oh, sorry about your dead human friend, Phillips.
That is good shit.
Well, fuck me.
Maybe.
Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is my review of the Happytime Murders. So this is a new raunchy, R-rated comedy coming out at the end of the summer movie season, and it has been on my radar since the first trailer dropped and I saw it in theaters, and it had me laughing immensely due to that trailer, and I thought it was going to be easily on par with Sausage Party, which is a film I really enjoyed and laughed a lot at. So does it end up matching those expectations, or does this film just lose all of its stuffing about halfway through? Let's find out. Now, general plotline of the Happytime Murders is that we have this cast of this old TV show of where puppets and this human character were on this kind of sitcom-esque format, it would seem like, and it's been a couple years afterwards. Most of the cast has gone their separate ways and generally gone into kind of a darker tone, like they're into drugs and crack dens and strippers and things of that sort. Our main character Phil is a PI. He narrates throughout the course of the film, and he is a puppet. Jim Henson's puppets are kind of the backbone of this film, and it takes place in a world in which puppets and humans coexist. Once characters from this Happytime show end up being killed for unknown reasons, he begins to investigate the case along with Melissa McCarthy's human character. And the puppet work in this film is actually easily the best part of it, honestly, because it just looks fantastic on screen. I didn't really have any issues with it. All the voiceover work just worked really, really well, and I honestly, that was, like I said, the best part of the film. Didn't have any real issues with it. It was just really, really well done. Looked great on screen. The film also has its share of funny moments which were not shown in the trailer, which had me laughing out loud or cracking up or chuckling or things of that sort. As you would expect, this is a comedy. It's an R-rated raunchy comedy. You can kind of go the extra mile in terms of comedy, kind of like Deadpool to an extent. That said, because the trailer was so funny, it seemed to have put most of the key funny moments from the movie in the trailer, and this being a 90-minute movie, that's not a lot of extra content to work with. So once you kind of subtract those funny scenes, and after you've seen them 3 or 4 times after seeing the trailer play in theaters multiple times, they don't really have that same spark to them. And this is honestly just a case of a comedy using basically all of its funny footage in the trailer, and just ends up detracting from the overall film and just leaves it as basically this simple kind of bland detective film, honestly, because this is a film which had this really unique concept of, like I said, puppets and humans living together. Could have kind of explored that idea a little bit further, but instead it just ends up being, like I said, this kind of predictable detective film which has some twists in it, but they're not really that memorable, honestly, and they don't really stand out or kind of wow you. There are things which I didn't necessarily see coming, but it's because I wasn't really caring that much about it that often into the thick of the film, and that's kind of unfortunate. Because like I said, this is a film which I've been looking forward to ever since I first saw the trailer for it, and it just ended up being kind of a letdown. The end credits, though, are honestly probably parts where I laughed the most in the film, just because it shows kind of some of the behind the scenes work and the bloopers which were taken out of the film, and that stuff is just really cool to see play out and just watch on screen kind of how they brought this film to life with green screen and puppet work and things of that sort. But ultimately, just the Happytime Murders don't really work that well, unfortunately, and it just does not end up being the raunchy comedy of the summer, which is gonna make a lot of money and end up making a sequel probably. And then Melissa McCarthy, she's an actress who I generally have no real issue with in most of the films I see her in, because her comedy generally works for me personally, but she just didn't really have a lot to work with in this film, and there wasn't really anything that stood out for me with her character or with her performance. Joel McHale is also in this film along with Maya Rudolph. They're kind of underused ultimately. Joel McHale is a great actor who I know mainly from Community, and so he's a bit underused in regards to what his comedic material could have been. And then Maya Rudolph is just kind of more of a side character, a receptionist character who just has kind of more reactionary moments than anything. So guys, I ultimately thought that the Happytime Murders, it's okay at best, honestly. It didn't really wow me that much. It had some chuckles, some funny moments, and the puppet work is fantastic. But outside of that, the story is not really that great. It's kind of more typical of what you would expect from a detective film. And a lot of the funny moments are taken from the trailer, and some are not even put into the final cut of the film, which is just ultimately disappointing and made for an underwhelming film. But guys, those are my thoughts on the Happytime Murders. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.